In this video we're going to look at marking inside Moodle. A lot of subject areas will have different ways of marking, but what this video is going to show you is the way to access it and the way to carry out the marking in Moodle. But there will be different procedures for your subject area, so just check with that subject area first. So the first thing you want to do when you come into Moodle is to access the course that you're going to mark for. And in here I have this assignment that I'm going to mark. A good thing to do in the first instance is always hide the assignment. This means that if you hide it, there'll be no issues with students being able to access marks before another set of students. The next thing you're going to have to do is to access the student submissions. So to do that, you would click on the assignment, and here you would click the View All Submissions button. Also, you'll probably be assigned a group or a seminar group to mark, and you can select that group up here. So you'll see that Group A has 2 participants and 2 submissions, and Group B has 0. So I'll stick with Group A, and if I click View All Submissions. Now again, if you missed the Separate Groups button, you can do it in here. So again, Group A has 2 and Group B has none. Here you can see that the assignment is anonymised, meaning that people will be given participant numbers, and when it comes to marking, it will be important to use those participant numbers. Also, you'll see that some of the students have submitted on time, and any that are late will be marked by Moodle as late. Again, this is something, there may be penalties locally within your subject area for late submissions, so check with your colleagues to see if there are penalties that you need to give when it comes to marking. Once you've got your group selected, you can then download all the submissions. And you'll see this has downloaded a zip file to my computer. So that has downloaded the zip file to my computer, and I can right click on that and I can extract the files. So click OK. I'm just going to extract that to the desktop, and we'll see it's extracted it with the same name. And if I go inside here, we can see that it has given me the participants, so it's key that we match up those participant numbers with the participant numbers inside Moodle, as you can see here. So once we've unzipped the submissions, we can go into the participant folders and we can open that up in Word. And once it's open in Word, we can use the review tab here to add comments to it and some feedback to the students. So if I was just to select an area, hit new comment, I can then add in the comment saying once I've added the comments, I can then save the file, and if I save the file, what I've got to ensure is that it is saved inside, if I go back to my desktop, that it is saved inside that same participant folder. Now I can call it anything I like in here, but it needs to be inside that participant folder, and we can't change the name of that participant folder either. We'll call it feedback. We can add any other file to this participant folder as well. So in this occasion I will add in a marking sheet. Once I've decided on the marks that the students will be given for their assignment, I should then go back to Moodle and being careful to match up the participant numbers, I can then enable the quick grading, and I can give this user a grade. Once I've done that, I save all the changes. We'll see now this user has a grade. The last thing we'll have to do is to upload the feedback and the marking sheet for the student to view when the assignment is made available to them. So there are two ways to do it. We can do it in bulk, and I'll show you that in a minute, but the first way to do it is to do it individually. And to do it individually, you would find your participant again, just match up the number, make sure you've got the right number here. It's the same number there and there. If I hit the grade, this is going to take us to a screen where we can annotate PDFs, but we're not using PDF annotation, so we're going to ignore that. And we can ignore the overall comments as well. And it's the files that we're interested in. So we want to just drag and drop the feedback file and drag and drop the marking sheet. We could also add it using Moodle's file picker and browse for it on the computer, but drag and drop I find a bit easier. Once we've done that, we hit save changes, and then we can either go to the next assignment or we can go back to the assignment page, and we'll see now hopefully that it has uploaded the feedback files. So we can do it that way, or what we can do as well is we can do a bulk upload where we have our participants. Now on this occasion I'm going to just delete the original because I don't need to feed back their original report to them. So if I delete that, and then I come into the folder, and this is where it's a bit important, I've got to select these folders. Select these folders and not the main folder. I select the subfolders. So if I select these and I right click and I add them to a .zip file, once I've zipped these files I can rename it if I like. I'll just call it I'll just put it on the desktop here. So what I can then do is I can then upload these in bulk. So if I've got my group selected, and in the grading action if I choose upload multiple feedback files, and I just drag and drop the zip file and import that, I've hit continue, it will give me a list of all the files that's updated, but I have already set these ones up, so it just looks the same as it did a minute ago, but that's how you upload multiple files.